You smell my coffee?
Just sniff it.
You sniffed my coffee? That was weird.
Miraculously, the guys awoke the next morning, seemingly no worse for wear. So after a bit of coffee sniffing and bike maintenance, we were back on the trail, heading north, the only option left.
Survived another one. Whoa, almost.
Back on the tarmac, we stopped briefly at Paso Garibaldi to take in the view and leave our mark, before continuing the long ride to Rio Grande and motorcycle hostel Fin del Mundo. A mandatory pit stop for meeting other moto travelers from around the world and swapping stories over a few house-brewed beers. The next morning, after coffee and pastries, we bid our new friends goodbye and set off under gray skies to tackle our first of 4 border crossings that day, or so we thought. After a no-fuss, no-muss departure from Argentina, we were back on the Chilean side of the island, awaiting our final ferry back to the continent.
Now you're stuck with me.
Why do you think I'm crying?
After saying goodbye to both Tierra del Fuego and Diego for the very last time, we continued our journey north along Ruta 3 on our way to the next border crossing and lands unknown.
So I'm at a bit of a loss right now. I just spent the last 2 hours inside dealing with the aduana, dealing with the customs agent, and unfortunately I got a real bureaucrat, and he's the only guy here. He's been looking up obscure rules and printing out paperwork, despite the fact we've already been in and out of the country multiple times on the motorcycle. He's decided not to let us take the motorcycle out of the country since I'm no longer a resident and I have to have some special form from immigration or I don't know. Bottom line is we now have to backtrack 3 hours into Natales and try to deal with the customs agents at the office there, because this guy's not budging. So, man, every time we try to get out of Magallanes, they pull us back in. Back to Natales.
Having fled Natales on Christmas Eve, we found ourselves in the Santa Cruz province of Argentina, out of gas and out of options.
Yeah, we're not going to make it to Calafate. That's 200 kilometers.
Yeah, he said he was supposed to come. There's been no word, and he doesn't expect him to even show up. So
we might not even have gas for a couple days here.
Exactly.
Until a man declaring himself Kris Kringle presented us with 10 liters of Christmas Miracle. And even poured it for us after Chad made a mess of himself.
Feliz Navidad!
Igualmente, buen viaje.
Muchas gracias. Suerte. Ciao.
Having learned our lesson, we topped off our reserves in Calafate before retracing our steps on Ruta 40. Stopping to dump our reserves and make a blood sacrifice to the steel Barracuda, we continued north past Tres Lagos and the pavement to the most notorious section of modern-day Ruta 40.
Another bike.
Yeah! Woo! Okay, so here we are in Los 73 Malditos, the cursed 73. We're about halfway up the road. Tres Lagos is 85 kilometers behind us. And we've actually been really blessed today. Old St. Nick brought us clear blue skies, almost no wind, dry conditions. And I mean, on a level playing field, I'd say that so far the cursed 73 is on par with just about every other ripio road out here in Patagonia. So fingers crossed we make it the rest of the way, but so far so good. And I'm going to call this the blessed 73 because we've been blessed with some awesome conditions today. Merry Christmas.
Washboard and the occasional patch of deep gravel aside, Los 73 Malditos, much like Alaska's Dalton and Canada's Dempster highways, is not technically difficult when it's dry. But when it's wet, or particularly windy, two common occurrences in this part of the world, things can get ugly. But lucky for us, the Christmas miracles just kept coming. This had not been our intended route north, but thanks to our detour through Natales and some obscure regulations regarding vehicles imported through Zona Franca, we had to improvise. Pulling into the remote junction of Bajo Caracoles, we would come to find the rumors of gas shortages were true, much to the chagrin of a French family who was stranded with 3 small children. Dumping the remainder of our fuel, we continued north toward Cueva de las Manos, where our final Christmas miracle awaited us.
Camino con clavos. Camino con clavos. Put nails in the road, huh? Well, that's just rude. Christmas Day 2022. Not a bad little spot. Rose is getting ready to make Christmas dinner. What do you got going there, babe?
We have sausages.
Sausages, an Argentinian tradition for Christmas. Well done.
After leaving Estancia Moat, we crossed Paso Garibaldi and descended to Rio Grande and Fin del Mundo motorcycle hostel. The next day, we crossed the border back into Chile and took the ferry back to the continent, bidding farewell to Diego. Denied exit by Chilean customs on Ruta 3, we backtracked to Natales for a few days before finally crossing into Argentina at Rio Turbio and tackling Ruta 40's infamous Los 73 Malditos. Passing through Gobernador Gregores, we topped off our fuel reserves before continuing north to Cueva de las Manos.